Hello, and welcome back to Hollow Knight with Brian. Last time, we managed to open up the Temple of the Black Egg, and as a result, we have our completion percentage available on the bottom right of the inventory screen. We're 83% through the game, by some measure. And that was as a result of defeating the three Dreamers over the last 3 episodes. And so, having done some of the mainline story, I would like to go back to some side quests kind of stuff today, just to finish up a few other stories. For one, we have Zote talking over here, and every time I walk by, I always talk to him to hear a couple more precepts. Precept 12, keep your cloak dry. If your cloak gets wet, dry it as soon as you can. Wearing wet clothes is unpleasant and can lead to illness. That sounds like good advice. Precept 13, never be afraid. Fear can only hold you back. Facing your fears can be a tremendous effort. Therefore, you should not be afraid in the first place. Alright, can't argue with that logic, I suppose. Yeah, and for today, I want to head back down to Millibelle, who is... trying to remember where she is. I guess I'll meet you guys over there, and then you'll remember who she is. I remember now that Millibelle is right by the Stag Station and Queen Station. It's actually in the Fog Canyon section of the map. But we peeked our head in here once before. And yeah, right over here. Once you see her, you may recall that she was kind of a banker. Have you reconsidered opening an account? Losing Geo is a terrible thing. Millibelle the banker. And so basically she offered to have a bank account, so we wouldn't have to worry about losing Geo if we died. Much more confident out there in the big dangerous world, knowing it's safe with me. Pay to open an account. Let's say yes. Alright, so now we have a bank account. Geo. You're a smart one. Next time some dreadful beastie gets the best of you, you'll be glad to know your Geo is safe within my my vault. Now let's do some banking. Alright, and we can deposit or withdraw. Max balance 4,500. And it goes in increments of 50. I only have 4,200, but we'll go ahead and deposit 4,200 money in there. And basically, I'm kind of cheating this because I kind of know how it works or whatever. But basically, Millibelle kind of like works as a little bank where you can deposit money, and even if you die, your money will still be safe and you can withdraw it for a time. If you go and visit her, you can deposit and withdraw money. But after you reach a certain threshold of deposits, you would find that when you go back to visit Millibelle again, oh, and I think you have to sit on a bench too. Yeah, let me go sit on the bench in Queen Station and then come back. Alright, I sat on the bench over in Queen Station, and now if I return to visit Millibelle the banker, she's gone. Where did she go? There's nothing to inspect here. If you happen to swing your sword or your nail, you'll notice that you can knock over like the cardboard facade that was her shop, and now it's completely gone. And yeah, Millibelle, with some of her dialogue, it kind of is a little bit suggestive of the fact that she might be planning to be a thief and run off with your money. But once you've deposited a certain amount of money and go rest at a bench, it turns out that, sure enough, she's a thief who ran off with your money. And you can come back here, and she's never going to return to this place. And if that happened to you when you were first playing through the game, it's a pretty cruel joke, because you could potentially lose a lot of money that way. It's kind of somewhat rectified by the fact that there is, in fact, a way to get the money back, but it involves finding where Millibelle has gone. And actually, we probably have, I don't know, not enough information just to, like, figure it out or something. But if you were someone who just ran off with tons of money and wanted to spend it all, where might you go? Well, it turns out that there is a nice place in the city that could be a relaxing place for a rich person to go and retire to. And that's where we can find Millibelle later in the game, after she's run off with our money. And so, since I happen to know all of this, and it didn't kind of happen naturally during the progression of this playthrough, since I already knew about it, we can just, in one episode, kind of show the whole story of Millibelle kind of all at once. And so I'm going to head over here into the City of Tears. And actually, if I open the map, yeah, you can see the Pleasure House is way above us. And I'm trying to remember, there's like a doorway over here that gets us into the Pleasure House. I think it might be like right up here. Yeah, it's got the hot spring sign on the outside. And so if we go into this entrance, right, and this is where we saw the songstress Marissa. And I think this elevator takes forever, so I'm going to go ahead and take it up. Alright, and here we are at the top of the elevator. And if we come over here in the Pleasure House, I think this is where we could listen to Marissa. And I've already done that at length in a previous episode. So the other thing we can do is go higher up to the hot spring that you may recall over here. And look who's here! It's Millibelle. Fancy that. And I love her reaction when she realizes that we're here. Hello again, dearie. Fancy running into you here. Is it your Geo you're after? Well, you see, it's a sad thing, but it's gone. All spent. The cost of running a bank can be high, so I had to charge a somewhat large service fee to your account. Perfectly legitimate, of course. Just part of the whole banking deal. Ha. But, thank you so much for visiting me, and run along now, won't you? If you allow me some privacy, I'll be done here soon. Then you can have the spa all to yourself.
Come up, Mom.
No hard feelings, okay?
Come up, Mom.
Alright, that's all she says right here. I forget if we hit her with the dream nail. Oh no! Leave me be, creepy little thing. And so you might wonder what you can do. But one of the options, she's a bug with a big hard shell. As you can hit her, and the money comes out. And so basically I gave her 4,200 Geo. And I think my understanding is you can actually like get it back with interest. And so like if you care to like bounce her shell around all day, I wonder if it's actually like possible to like juggle it upwards. Yeah, I guess it is. That might be like the most efficient way to not have to travel very far. But I think you can get more money out than you put in by just kind of like beating up on Millibelle. And if she pops back out of her shell, that's actually not a good spot because it's right in front of the bench, and so it's going to cause me to rest instead. So let me get her out over here, and then see if she pops back out of her shell, and see if we can talk to her again. Yeah, can I talk to her again now? I guess not. Alright, and dream nailing doesn't do anything. So in any case, she runs off with your money, she comes over here to the Pleasure House and says that it's all spent. But there is a way to get your money back if you care to get it back. I waited until this point in the playthrough because I don't know that I need money for anything else. So I don't really need to do all of this. But I just wanted to show off that she runs off with her Geo, but you do have a way to get it back. So, that is one kind of side character story taken care of, but there are still others, I believe. I've come back over to the Kingdom's Edge, which is below the Colosseum of Fools, because there's a little bit more to explore in this area, and I also see that there are some grubs on the map. And so, we'll hope to rescue some grubs this episode. I had just broken up some Geo and a little cache of money up above before I started this clip. But I think there's something else that we might encounter in this area as we travel around, and I don't remember, oops, darn it, ouch, exactly where it is. And I can't remember also if we've been, did we go, there's some kind of like secret up near the top over here, but I think I might have actually shown it in a previous episode already. I'm kind of unhappy about the fact that I ended up like losing a week or two with the hurricane in terms of, oh right, there's all these like corpses of people from the Colosseum of Fools that are raining down from above in this area whenever you're kind of anywhere in the middle. But yeah, I'm kind of unhappy about the fact that in real time, like calendar time, like my playthrough of this game was so discontinuous, because I felt like it caused me to kind of lose track of a number of things just in my own head in terms of where I was in the playthrough and different things I was trying to keep track of, even though I do keep a notepad with notes of all the things I'm trying to do and keep track of in the game. In any case, I guess I'll head down towards the grubs, and I think there might be something else that we'll see along the way too. And here it is. Do you see that corpse there? That's a corpse that some people might recognize. That seems to have fallen down from the Colosseum of Fools. That is the corpse of Tiso. And can I actually dreamnail him? Why? And so Tiso is a character that we first met back in episode number 6. And I'll actually show a clip from that to start. If we have seen Tiso, pale thing, you wear that nail with ease. If you're in search of combat, you'll find no great warriors in this decaying burrow. I've heard an arena exists somewhere below, one built for our like. Meet me there, and we'll test what skills you possess. I'm heading down soon. Come and find me if you dare. And I'm pretty sure that we've encountered Tiso 1 or 2 other times since then. He seemed kind of an unhappy character or whatever. He was always kind of angry at the world and just wanted to go fight in the Colosseum. But I was trying to look back through my videos, and unfortunately I'd made a note of where I first met him in episode 6. But I failed to note the episode number and times of the other places that we encountered Tiso. So if you happen to know, if maybe you've just been rewatching this series or something and saw that recently, our other encounter with Tiso, let me know the episode number and time, because I'd like to at least link it in the comments. But yeah, we'd encountered Tiso a few times along the journey, and apparently he did make it up to the Colosseum, and he died fighting there, and so, like a number of these other corpses that are raining down, he just fell down here, and that was the end of Tiso's story. And so with that, to start things off in this episode, Millibelle and Tiso are 2 different people that have kind of like small side quest, I don't know if you can call it side quests, small NPC character roles in this game, and those little bits teased together kind of tell their story and how they fit into Hollow Knight, and I really love the lore in this game and just like how there's so much going on to learn about. In any case, both of the grubs that seem to be needing of rescue down here are a little bit farther below me on the map, and so I'm going to try to make my way down to the bottom and see if we can find some of these grubs. Alright, on the map, it looks like the first grub is going to be right below me over here somewhere, so is there a place that we could go down that I missed? Maybe a place where there's a floor that we could break downwards? I think we have been in this area when we already had the Desolate Dive, or whatever the down smash move is currently called. And so I think I would have seen it the first time I was going through here, so maybe we don't get it from there, because it seems like I'm right above where the grub is now. And so it's possible that we have to enter it from below, from the hive. But I just want to kind of quickly look through this area and make sure there aren't any secret walls that I'm missing. I think this is the area of like the super big jumpy bug over here as well. Yeah, this guy. He's hard. He takes a lot of hits, and he kind of jumps right on you the whole time. And even with my kind of maximally powered nail or whatever, like it still took like 6 hits or something to kill that guy. He's one of the few characters that I'm kind of always fearful of whenever I run into him. Alright, but I'm not seeing a place to do a downward smash or some other secret entrance over here, so I guess we'll have to enter the hive and try to get to that grub from somewhere below. And there's another grub somewhere over to the left, so let me try to make my way over there. Okay, the grub is once again to the left and below me. On this screen, we start hearing the buzzing of the hive and start encountering some of these little bees who fly around. And so let's see. It seems like, oops, okay. Oh, hey, ouch, ouch, ouch. Let's heal up. Unfortunately, there's a soul well here that we can grab some extra soul from. Okay, there isn't any kind of secret right over here. It does look like the grub is like right below me though. And I'm trying to remember where the entrance to the hive is around here. Yeah, it would either be over here. I'm just trying to remember if there's like a secret or something. I don't see any kind of oh, here's the shaky floor. Here we go. Okay. So there was a place that I failed to break through the floor. And I'm immune to acid, so I don't need to worry about falling in the acid. I see, so now I'm on the other side of this wall, and this is like a second entrance into the hive over here. Great. Yeah, and so we'd been in this room on the right and had not been able to get in here because the only way to get into this little portion is from that secret entrance in the Kingdom's Edge, as opposed to from the main portion of the hive. But here's our little grub friend. Hey, buddy, I've come to rescue you. Hooray! Alright, and the other grub, I guess, has to be entered from the hive proper, and so let me circle around to another entrance into the hive and try to get over there. Ooh, and I just got a hunter's mark for having killed enough of the hive soldiers. And let's see, hivelings I've already killed enough of. Hive Guardian is the big one. Defeat 7 more to decipher the hunter's notes. And Husk Hive, defeat 4 more. I'm going to try to defeat a bunch of these guys, because eventually I want to kind of complete the full bestiary and have all of the hunter's notes deciphered, so that I can have all of that complete. And so going after these guys will be a good thing to do. Alright, I've made my way to the top. It looks like the grub is somewhere over here on the screen to the right, somewhere up top. So let's see if we can manage to find the grub this time around. And try to be a little bit careful with all the guys who are still trying to attack us. Oh, here's... okay, I need to kill a bunch of you. Alright, there's one of those guys. I think I still need to defeat 3 more in order to decipher the hunter's notes. You I don't need to worry about anymore. You... now I should only need a couple more. Okay, I don't see any kind of secret over there. Looks like the grub is just to the right of me, and so I guess I have to approach it from below. So let's try going over here, and I still need to defeat more of you guys as well. Okay, and here's another one of you. So I think one more of those guys. And I'm not sure how many more of these big guys we need to defeat. Hey! Alright, and... okay, I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. Let's go ahead and heal up, shall we? I always fall into the habit of just starting to tank damage when I'm focused on guys who, I just want to kill these guys and get things over with. And that can be a dangerous strategy, because I have not saved anywhere near here. There is a bench in the bottom portion of the hive, but I never went and visited it, which might have been a smart thing to do. Okay, so maybe somewhere up there is how we get to the grub. It looks like it's like right above me here. Oh, what was that? Oh, that was just one of these little spiky things. All right. Can I perhaps climb up this wall? I'm trying to see if I can hit the wall. I hear the grub. I could just faintly hear him over there. But striking that wall with my nail didn't work. Maybe there's still a place higher up that I could get over there? Alright, I can just barely hear the grub over here. Maybe it's something that we get to from the next screen over. So maybe there's a way up here somewhere. It seems to me that I recall kind of like looking for this before and failed to find it. Right, so that's where the queen was. We've already had this conversation. But perhaps I can go up here? Oh, the camera started moving in a weird way there. So I wonder, maybe I can climb up this wall. This seems like a possibility, and then do one of these moves. No? Alright, doesn't seem like that's it. Let me try that one more time, just in case. What else could I be missing over here? Well, after a lot of looking around, I think I finally found it. Watch the top right of my screen when I do this. There's a hole up there in the ceiling, and I can't reach my way up there in order to get up that hole, but I think if I do this, and then use the monarch wings as a double jump, I might be able to get up there. Let's try super dashing from over here instead, perhaps. If I do this, is this going to be high enough? Not quite. Let me try this a few times, and I think I'll be able to find a way to get over there. Can I do it from this platform? That runs into the wall there, and so it seems like the right side platform might be the best place to do it. So let's get up as high as possible. Oh, just missed it. I think if I try that again, I'll get it. There we go. Alright. Managed to get up here. And what do we got? I've definitely never been up here before because I've not broken through that thing. And I hear the grub once again. There he is! Hooray! I've rescued you, little grub. Are you happy? I went through a lot of work to get here. Alright, while we're here in the hive, I still need to kill a couple more of those guys to get the hunter's notes. And so, since I don't think I will ever need to return to this location again, I definitely want to go ahead and try to check those things off my list. So let me go find some more bad guys to kill. Okay, here's one of the aforementioned bad guys. There we go, and I just got the hunter's notes for him. And so if we go ahead and take a look. Husk hive. Did the hivelings build their nest around the sorry bug, or did the bug squeeze its body into their nest? Either way, they seem happy enough together. Happy enough. I suppose that's one way to describe it. And I still think I need to kill one or two of the big guys. So let's see if the super huge guys are in this area. I don't remember if they are or not. Let's also not die along the way. That would be brilliant. Alright, any super big bouncy guys? I'm not seeing them here, and so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the benches just over here, as I recall. So I'm going to rest on the bench, and that'll respawn all the enemies, and that'll give me another opportunity to fight some of those guys again. Alright, only one more of these Husk Guardians, these big, huge guys, to kill, and I'll be able to decipher the hunter's notes there. And so if this guy gets bouncing in my direction, please. Or I guess I could just kill him. Hey, buddy. Get over here. Don't run away from me. I'm trying to kill you. My thorns will get him. There we go. Alright, and we see the mark in the bottom left at the hunter's notes. Hive Guardian. Like their smaller kin, their only instinct is to protect the hive at any cost to themselves. Somewhat clumsy, they'll often damage the structure of the hive when charging at intruders. Does this cause them shame? I do not know whether they have the capacity for such a thing. Alright, with that, we've got the hunter's notes for all of the bugs in the hive. I guess there are only 4 unique enemies in this particular area. But yeah, I guess moving forward in various episodes, I want to always make sure that if I'm in a particular area, I try to collect all of the hunter's notes for any of the enemies in that area, because it will be the case that we're getting late enough in the game that there might be areas that I never planned to return to, such as the hive after this episode. And let's see, do I have time for one other like small thing to round out this episode with some little side quests and things? Let me look at my notes. I've decided to travel back to the resting grounds to visit the Seer, because I think I have just about enough essence for the next upgrade. I can't remember how much you needed. Ah, Wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at the dream nail. It's glowing so brightly. Keep it up. Return to me once you've collected 1,200 essence. Kingdom is full of old memories, both beautiful and grotesque. Seek them out, reveal them, and gather essence. And I seem to recall that I have, I think, 1199? Yep, there it is, 1199 on the left side of my inventory, which means I only need one more bit of essence. And even though I don't feel great about it, something that I'm curious to do at some point is to fight Revik, the Guardian of the Spirit's Glade. So this is the guy. Right. Raise your nail and you'll contend with me. And then there's basically just all of these kind of memorials to different bugs that are just enshrined at these tombs or whatever. Beware your own mind, little one. Twisted minds breed dark deeds, and mine was more twisted than most. And so we can actually use the dream nail on this guy in order to harvest their essence. And so if I do that, I am up to 1,200, but now Revik attacks. And I think, oops. We talked to that little bug. I think, ouch, okay. I think he just continues attacking you while you're in this room. Oh, maybe I did get a hit on him there. I thought he was invincible. until you'd maybe collected all of the essence from all of the different tombstones of all the bugs in there. But maybe he's not invincible and there's a way to fight him. I might try to check that out next episode. But in any case, I got the one more bit of essence I need for 1200, and so to finish things off for today, let's see what our reward is. The dream nail glows so bright. It holds over 1200 essence. Looking into it, I can see so many memories peering back at me. So many asking to be remembered. None of us can live forever, and so we ask those who survive to remember us. Hold something in your mind and it lives on with you, but forget it and you seal it away forever. That is the only death that matters. Huh, so they say. Enough of that, though. Take this relic and come back to me with 1500 essence. Go. And so we got an arcane egg. And I don't recall if we've had one of those before, but it's just another one of these relics that we can sell to... what is his name? Can't think of his name right now, but the vendor over in the city who wants to buy these old relics in exchange for money, in exchange for Geo. So in any case, that'll be a good place to finish things off. We did some little side quests and rescued some grubs today, and next time I will take a look at my list and see a whole bunch of other things we need to do in order to start wrapping up all the loose ends in this game of Hollow Knight. Hope you guys are having a great day. Bye-bye.